Hey, it's Greg Nicotero. You are, or if you're not, should be watching Alpha Romero on YouTube.
And they had another question. Considering what's going on with the mall now, Lawrence and Daz, do you feel that there will be another convention, even if it's a different location next year? That's the $1 million question, I think. So I guess we can go ahead and get into that. Um,
I can talk about it a bit.
okay, floor is yours. Go ahead.
There will definitely be Living Dead weekends in the future, no matter what the future of the mall is. Okay, so let's say the mall is demolished next year. There will still be Living Dead weekends somewhere, someplace in Pittsburgh in the area. So you can always count on there being Living Dead weekends, I guess, as long as Kevin is alive, because he runs and organizes the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But people also want to know, is there going to be more shows at the mall? And that's a good question. And recently we got some news, and it looks good that there may be another show or two in the next year and a half.
Okay.
So I know really new news, and I know I've heard that you, Mike, have said that you've heard some rumblings and such, but there are now going to be possibly one, maybe two more shows at the mall, but there are no contracts for those shows yet either. So, I mean, it's just talk. It's not certain until the contracts are signed, but things look good. But then you want to ask, okay, what's going on with the mall? Well, that is unknown. There are rumblings again among people who work at the mall, people who have talked to Kevin. And there have even been people there surveying the land to see, what they could do with it as far as construction or changes or additions, all that kind of stuff. And the indications aren't very positive, honestly, but there's not anything that could be said with any certainty at this point. So it's just sort of a wait and see kind of thing. We have to wait and see what happens. But it does look like we can do maybe one or two more shows of Living Dead weekend at the mall before it's shut down or whatever they're going to do with it.
Okay, well that's good news, because as I said last night, this year everybody's going to be there. Like, don't worry about the future. Enjoy the moment now, because if this is the last one or if there's more to come, we don't know. So everybody just enjoy it while you can, and don't fret about it too much. So I mean, whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and let's just let's enjoy it while we can. But that's good news. That's very cool. They're because I guess Kevin, he kind of has a pretty good relationship with the new ownership, is what it sounds like to me, just from what I've been hearing.
Well, is that Kevin's there all the time. He has the museum there, so and he has to pay rent, and he has to talk to people, and he tries to talk to as many people as he can. The thing with management is that they're really like off somewhere else. Whoever owns the mall, whoever is taking care of the property, they're off somewhere else. And there's just like one person in the office, and that Kevin could talk to, and she used to work in the previous administration from the previous owners. There's of course a big security team and such, but there aren't a lot of like people that run the mall currently, because it's just like a scaled down thing until really going to happens.
Mm-hmm. I think I can say there might be some good news coming next week. Probably when we're at the show, we might hear something good for the future.
Okay,
but that's all I can say now.
Oh, come on, you can say a little more.
No, that's all I can say.
It's just us. We're friends here.
Keep your eyes and ears peeled. There might be some a bit closer to the show or at the show. So that's it for now. So that's a good vibe for you.
Okay, awesome. Another thing I wanted to ask, CK over on Dead Pit actually messaged me asking, because apparently he had heard some rumblings from Sean Clark about possibly doing another show at the mall, and he was wondering, would it be Kevin, or is there a possibility of another, like an outside party coming in and doing something at the mall? Maybe not necessarily a horror hound or something like that, but any rumbling, any thoughts about that? Would that be possible? Do you think that would be a possibility?
I think currently, if there's a show there, it's going to be Kevin.
Yeah,
That's
Nobody else.
You know, no one else is going to be doing out. Well,
that's
Kevin.
what I thought, because I know Kevin has the relationship there, and he has kind of, you know, the infrastructure to make it all happen. And I told him I didn't think that would be the case, but I just wasn't sure. I didn't know what he had heard from anybody else, or if there was any other kind of plans in the works. But I don't think.
I can explain that Sean Clark comment, because Kevin is looking to book people for the next event, which is not announced yet. So he had to go to Sean. So that's where that little bit of information is coming from.
Okay.
So Kevin is looking towards the future always, and he is trying to book for the next show. And I don't know if I could say much about that or anything, but he's working ahead, of course, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the one vibe I kind of picked up in kind of talking to Kevin a little bit a couple months ago when me and you were there, Larry. Was he's a planner. He's got plans. Like, and it didn't seem like he was slowing down or really fretting about it too much. He was like, what's the next thing? We got this, and this. Like, it doesn't seem, he's not really saying, oh, this is, you know, what's the point? You know, why bother? He's just like, no, we're gonna keep doing shit until they tell us not to, basically.
Yeah.
So that's good news. That's good to hear. So I think that'll clear up a lot of questions and confusions I've had, because I've had a lot of people ask, like, is this the last one? Is the mall getting shut down at the end of the year? Like, well, you know, is it moving somewhere else? And if they do, like, I don't know, it's hard to say at this point, but if the event does move somewhere else, is there anywhere in mind that would it go back to Evans City, do you think, or would it be somewhere in the Monroeville area again, or what do you guys think?
I mean, I think it's possible it could go back to Evans City, but maybe for one show. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that is how it's going to be, but like Larry says earlier, even if there's not another show in the mall, there will be another show, just somewhere else maybe. But
okay,
yeah.
As far as Evans City up there, Kevin has told me a little bit about that, and it mainly depends on whether they build a hotel there, because there have been rumors that they're supposed to build a hotel at that very exit where the Steamfitters Convention Center is, where we had Living Dead Weekend Evans City a couple years ago. And that would make it really, really cool and better if it had a hotel there very close by, instead of having to drive 10 minutes or whatnot to some other Cranberry if you were going to have a show there. So that would help a lot going towards putting a show on there. But again, you know, it could be anywhere. It could happen up there in Evans City at Steamfitters, or it could be somewhere else, which we have not determined yet. But I don't know of any other place that we would want to have it at this point. That's still something that would have to be discussed in the future down the line.
Attention all shoppers. Attention all shoppers.
One-stop shopping. Everything you need right at your fingertips. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, coffee mugs. We got it all. Why pay more when the sales are a boppin' right here? Shop.alfaromero.store